Hey guys. So I recently got this deck in the mail and I really was excited to go through it and kind of talk to you guys about why I purchased it and what my intentions are for it and just to share it with you all because it's a beautiful piece of art and I think it's going to be a really wonderful tool for me. So this is the Memento Mori. It is technically a Lenormand and an Oracle, although I personally don't think I will be using it as a Lenormand. So I only have two Lenormand decks, and I don't intend on getting any others. Although this one technically aside, I plan on using this just as an Oracle. But I liked the amount of cards that it has in it. So this is by Claire Goodchild, who is Black in the Moon on Etsy, and a lot of people know her work. She has done the Antique Anatomy Tarot and the Oracle of Oddities and the Arcana of Astrology and the Compendium of Constellations. And I don't own any of those other decks. I am going to pre-order the not the Compendium, Arcana of Astrology. That's what I'm gonna pre-order, because it's coming out for mass market. And I'm really excited about that one because it's gonna have some changes to the cards. That aside though, I ended up pre-ordering this one just because of the content that's in it. I was really interested in it. So we're going to look through the cards. So this is the box. And then I really love that it comes with a small business card. This is from the Antique Academy. I'm going to put this in a journal for sure. And then this is the guidebook, which it says, Memento Mori is an 85 card oracle deck depicting the ritualistic and historical objects we use in life and death, inspired by the iconography of graves, the tools of witchcraft, and the advancements of the Industrial Revolution. This deck's purpose is to enrich your life on a deep and profound level. The interesting part is that it says right here, warning, this deck should be cleansed often to remove buildup of stagnant and otherworldly energies. Ringing a bell over the deck or knocking it 3 times on the back before each use is recommended. Memento Mori is a work of art that deserves respect and care. Please keep it out of direct sunlight and free of dust and debris. So, I actually just found it interesting that she actually included the warning on there. That's the first deck that I have ever had that has had a warning to say to cleanse it often. But as you guys know, I work with spirits of the dead. I work with ancestral spirits, and just hoping what this is. I kind of bumped it a little bit. That's actually a really big part of my practice. So that was why I wanted to purchase this deck. And I like the depictions of life and death as we go through here. Those are the backs there. And you'll see Lenormand cards and the ever prevalent theme of death, which the reason why I haven't purchased any of her other decks that are like this is because I wasn't entirely sure if I might be put off by the images or not. I think the biggest thing is anything that was involving like tissue and stuff, I thought maybe would gross me out a little bit. I can be kind of squeamish. But this deck didn't seem to really have a whole lot of that in it, and the content that was in it I was more interested in. I might eventually get the Antique Anatomy, and I almost got the Oracle of Oddities, but this one specifically called to me. And I actually am almost wanting to keep it on my altar for the dead that I have and use it for that purpose, since I'm trying to develop my essentially mediumship abilities, and I feel that cartomancy can be a conduit for this. See, this is one of the cards that I was a little bit worried that like this imagery would kind of gross me out a little bit, but it doesn't really. I love this book. So you can see there are Lenormand cards in here. But like I said, I don't intend on using this as a Lenormand. So I only have, as I said before, I only have two Lenormand decks. And I don't read Lenormand very often, but it is interesting. And I wouldn't mind learning more. But this is not the intention that I have for this deck. I don't know. There's something about the concept of life and death in this deck that really got to me. The flowers and her artwork is very intriguing. This is another thing that really excited me about this deck is the fact that it has these the cards that are divination or witchy in a sense. And I know that you can use this intuitively or you can use the guidebook or both. I completely intend on doing either or, whichever calls to me. But this is one of those decks that I am very excited to explore, and especially for everything that I am being pulled into doing. Allergies are kicking in. Sorry, guys. Which, by the way, I am doing a chat with Rachel from the Cackling Moon on the 23rd of May this month, when this video is being recorded, about mediumship. So, I'm communicating with spirits. So that will be at 9 p.m. Central Time if you guys are interested. But just figured I'd mention that since we're kind of talking about this right now. Embalming fluid. Oh. I know a lot of people have talked about the Antique Anatomy Tarot and the Oracle of Oddities. And like I said, I almost got the Oracle of Oddities, and I kind of still want it, but again, I'm worried that some of the cards might, I don't know, I'm just so afraid that they might gross me out. But so far, this deck has not at all, and so I'm hoping that I'm just wrong and that maybe I can eventually work with those as well. We'll see, but this one in particular, like I said, I was very drawn to it. Ooh, this reminds me of the movie Glory. I don't know if anyone's ever seen that movie, but it takes place during the Civil War. And yeah, one of the scenes is someone getting their leg amputated. I really like this card in particular. It's kind of interesting because it kind of makes me think of the Veil and how this person's kind of coming through, but we're not entirely sure who they are. Cat skull. You're getting a shadow. Offerings. That's so beautiful. Next card. So I really was just excited to come on here really quick and share this with you guys. I know a lot of people have seen Claire Goodchild's decks, and a lot of people have them and have worked with them. But I'm very, very pulled to work with this deck. I'm very drawn to it. and I'm very, very excited for the intentions that I have with it. So yeah, that's the Memento Mori Oracle deck by Claire Goodchild. I will put the link down below to her Etsy. So please give her a follow, check her out. I know that the Antique Anatomy Tarot and the Arcana of Astrology are both either currently mass market or will be mass market released. I believe the Arcana Astrology is coming out in, I believe, September. And I definitely am picking that one up because I'm really excited about it. But either way, please go check out her website and her information. And I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. And as always, feel free to comment if you have any questions. And blessed be.